welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver, find the nearest one, and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Purdy from the gun, rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Mitchell. They'll run with Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. That's taken it around the 40. Gets by him at the 25. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And he'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, a 20-yard touchdown. And the 49ers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And now here comes Kansas City. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Shotgun now with Purdy. Rolling to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 41 yards. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. A give right side for Pacheco. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 47 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Mahomes now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. The Niners got a fine performance in the first half from one of their leaders, Brock Purdy. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in New Orleans for the second half of Super Bowl 59.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi Trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Mahomes going to throw. Fights him off. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense, tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact, and they wrap up like that.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Mahomes. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
Still third down.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. In motion left goes a tight end. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A very solid gain of 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw, Purdy. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a...
And got his man complete. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 32 yards. And the 49ers will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. I don't know what else else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off.
And he's going to go down again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have the for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. He's on his way. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And that one caught by Rice. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Racing to the end zone. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2-in-1 game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. First down, here's Mitchell. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy buying time to his left. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now Purdy. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Out to his left. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing here, Purdy escaping the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. They'll set up a throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
On the podium is Commissioner Goodell. He'll present the Lombardi Trophy to the San Francisco 49ers, champions of Super Bowl 59. So that will conclude our coverage this year on EA Sports. I want to thank my partner, Charles Davis, for another incredible season together in the booth. Till the fall, folks, Brandon Gaudin saying good night from New Orleans.